Miss Colbert's American Revolutionary War skits.
It was winter at Valley Forge, 1777. The soldiers were cold and hungry. George Washington was writing to his wife, Martha.
Dear Martha, it is freezing here and the soldiers are starving. It has been hard throughout the winter. We are running out of food and supplies. Many of the soldiers are dying of diseases, but I am all right.
General Washington?
Yes?
Marquis de Lafayette is here to see you.
Send him in. Hello, General Washington. I came to help because even though I'm French, I feel as though I have an American heart. I will assist you in any way. Welcome. I shall give you very important jobs to help the soldiers, like getting food and supplies for them. Thank you, General Washington. Private Roberts?
Yes, General Washington?
Please take this young man to a tent.
Yes, General Washington.
The next morning, two soldiers were complaining about how cold and hungry they were.
I'm freezing out here.
I know, I'm starving.
And these shoes are terrible. They have holes in them.
I have an idea. You can wrap our shoes in cloth.
George Washington was teaching the soldiers how to properly march because there was nobody else to do the job.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get your knees higher, soldiers.
Meanwhile, Frederick von Steuben had arrived to help the soldiers properly march.
General Washington, Frederick von Steuben arrived to help the soldiers properly fight.
Hello, General Washington.
Hello, Frederick. I was just in the middle of teaching the soldiers how to properly march.
Well, let's see. Knees high, shoulders back. Yes. Great job, soldiers. Keep going.
Thank you, Frederick.
With the help of the German and French allies, the soldiers built up their confidence and survived the winter at Valley Forge.
John Hancock are meeting in Lexington, and that's the Minutemen have weapons stored in Concord.
Okay, sir, we shall head there tonight.
Perfect.
Tuesday, April 18, 1775. Paul Revere learned of British plans to capture Samuel Adams and John Hancock and capture weapons at Concord.
Paul, we need you to go to Lexington. Paul, we need you to warn the citizens, Samuel Adams and John Hancock, that the British are planning to capture them at Lexington. And also that the British are planning to capture our weapons at Concord. Okay, I'll go as fast as I can. We've got to stop.
2 lanterns. That means travel by water. We'll get my boat. The British are planning to capture Samuel Adams and John Hancock at Lexington, William.
Okay, I'll get my horse.
British are coming. The British are coming.
What is it, Paul?
The British are coming to capture you.
Get out of here, Samuel and John.
Okay, we'll get out here as fast as we can.
Minutemen, ready?
On the morning of April 19, 1775, the British walk up onto the Lexington Green.
Don't fire unless fired upon. But if they mean to have war, let it begin here. Disperse, you rebels. Lay down your arms and disperse.
While the British walking back to Boston, Minutemen shot them.
On May 10, 1775, Congress met up and became called the Second Continental Congress, and they started talking about breaking ties with Great Britain.
We can't wait any longer. We need to separate from Great Britain.
I agree with you, John Hancock. How are we going to show that we want independence?
How about a declaration?
We could call it the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, but what about those loyalists who will be complaining?
They'll just have to deal with independence.
Who should write it? How about Thomas Jefferson write it? How long will it take?
Give me 3 weeks and I'll make sure it is perfect.
How about including that all people should be treated equally?
What about slavery?
We won't worry about that right now. We have other things to take care of first.
We'll wait until my first job is finished, then we'll make some changes.
We need some ideas for having our own government.
We will talk about that the next time we meet.
It took Thomas Jefferson 17 days and nights to write the Declaration. 86 changes were made after his first draft.
Should I include things about these taxes? Should everybody be treated equally? Should we have our own government? Finally, a perfect declaration.
The Declaration of Independence were approved on July 4, 1776, and signed on August 2nd, 1776.
Good job, Thomas Jefferson. I knew you could do it.
This is a beautiful declaration.
This is a fine piece of work.
Thank you for all your compliments.
Let's get to signing. I'll sign first.
We are to be Americans! Americans!
Colonial leaders are discussing the Coercive Acts. Parliament passed these acts in 1774. These Coercive Acts are not right. We ought to have some representation in Parliament if these laws are going to be passed.
We have to do something about these outrageous laws. We ought to boycott, fight back, and must take back the colonies.
I agree. We must fight to have representation. These British troops will not take over Boston like this. We must fight back.
Colonial leaders are angered by the Boston Port Act.
The Boston Port Act is despicable. We can't import our goods now.
Now I can't get my tobacco.
It's also unfair that British troops could come to the port, but we can't import or export our goods.
Yes, I completely agree.
I second that.
Let's talk about how bad Massachusetts Government Act is. I know, can you believe that General Goose kicked out the former governor, Thomas Hutchinson?
I know, I was so surprised.
Those scandals are horrific, but there is nothing we can do about it. Or is there?
No, I do not want a war.
Well, I think that we should fight for our freedom.
Well, that's your opinion, Samuel.
Let's end this argument.
I don't think it's possible. We're at great odds with Great Britain right now.
No more acts!
It's December in 1773, and Parliament has just passed the Tea Act.
I'm concerned. No one wants to pay any taxes on tea. We have already taken away several other acts, but still, no one wants to pay.
After the Patriots heard that their anti-movement had been abolished, they had a meeting about going to the Boston Harbor and throwing tea overboard the tea ships.
Have you heard? News has been going around.
What news?
3 ships have docked in the Boston Harbor.
Alarm all the Sons of Liberty members. We need to have a meeting, quick.
Yes, sir.
Once one of the members of the Sons of Liberty had gathered everyone, they had their meeting.
At 12 o'clock a.m., we will march to the Boston Harbor and dump all the tea chests overboard. It's 11:59, so it's time to get ready.
In 30 seconds, we will get our revenge. When the Indians were getting ready, they heard a ding on the clock, which meant it was time to march to the Boston Harbor to throw tea overboard the ship. Once they got there, Samuel Adams said,
We are here only for the tea. Do not harm the ship and do not harm the crew.
No taxation without representation. Let it begin.
Mohawks, bring out your axes. Tell King George we'll pay no
3
taxes.
months later, once King George figured out about this, he was very angry and said,
Look at what these patriots did to our tea. We need a big punishment for this chaos. We need to start a new act. This act will make the colonists follow rules that they do not want to follow. We should start the coercive acts, but to the colonists this will be known as the intolerant.
No!